I primarily work in a B2B space. Okay, so based on whether you're in a B2B space or a B2C space, your market research methods are going to be different. Okay, so let me focus on B2B because that's where I primarily get involved. First and foremost, the way you do market research is having a very focused group and surveys and interviews. Okay, so what we do is, because we work very closely with airlines, what I try to make sure is that you interact with your customers, which are airlines, in terms of using the product, in terms of understanding what are the problems they are trying to solve, trying to understand what are the new evolving industry challenges. And now, because of COVID, the kind of challenges are also new, right? So lot of these things become very, very important, and your close understanding and relationship with your customer helps you identify the right problems to solve. Okay, so that is one very key method, is talking to your customers very regularly. Then you take a lot of in terms of market research, because you're in a B2B space, lot of it is also driven by sales, because sales is your first, are your front lines talking to your customer, especially during new deals. So whether the deal goes through or not, what you get an insight on is who were the other competitors who were working with during the sales process, what is their USP versus what is ours. So you get a lot of feedback. Okay, they have a different product, different value proposition, and how is it standing with respect to you. So you try to evaluate all of that. So sales becomes a very big important loop into your market research. Then what we also do is, because of how close-knit the industry is, what we also do is we do a lot of conferences. So one is industry conferences, where we try to do networking with all the airlines, trying to gather competitive intel, try to gather, there is a new problem, how are you solving it, what are your challenges, is the product still being the right fit, what are we hearing about the perception of the product. So all of that. And then what we also do is, we also personally, because of the huge user group that we have, we almost have like close to 40-50% of the market share. What we also do is, we also do our own conferences, where we do a lot of discussion on how to solve the major problems. So it becomes like a 5-day event, where we try to discuss within that focus group. Okay, these are the if we are doing a new UX usability and all of that, we try to focus on is this prototype good enough, what are we doing right, what are we doing wrong. Then we also talk about dedicated problems. How do we, in a B2B space, integrations and all of that is such a big important activity. So what are the new integrations that we need? What seamless integrations do we need with other third parties which are not part of the ecosystem? And how do you, because of a B2B space, and because we have been in this space for a long time, we try to figure out how do you stop new entrants into the market, right? So which means that you have to keep evolving. So for that, you also need to find those people within the user group who are pioneers in your industry, so that you can figure out what the next gen technology, next gen problem solving can look like. So these are different ways of identifying ways to help you with your market research. So because market research is nothing but trying different ways to get a better data to drive your business decision. So which feature should I invest in, to which market should I focus on, all of this I will get by talking to the user group. So that's how we do it in a B2B space.